Today's mini video is about history, the recent history of Catholic social teaching. Since there are many wonderful documents, this will be a quick walk through the history of the most important ones on Catholic social teaching. That teaching begins with Pope Leo XIII's new thing on social justice as regarding work. In 1931, 40 years later, Pius XI reaffirmed the 40 years of teaching and sets out new models for it. John the 23rd added significantly to the teaching with his Mother and Teacher document. The document of Vatican Council II, Peace on Earth, emphasized greatly the element of peace and how much it is needed for the whole world. In 1965, Pope Paul VI gave us the central element, or he emphasized the central element so that it was highlighted. The human person is to be the center of all Catholic social teaching. Vatican Council II further outlined just what it means for the human person to have such dignity. In 1967, Pope Paul VI moved from the individual person to the progression of peoples and looked at governments and what they need to be doing. In 1971, the World Synod of Bishops gave us one of the most beautiful quotes regarding social justice. It is a constitutive element of the gospel. The gospel expresses social justice. In 1981, Pope John Paul gave us 3 extremely important lessons regarding work. It is central to the social question, but the value of the work comes from the worker, not the product. Labor must be given priority over capital, and work is the creative expression of the person participating in God's work of creation. In 1989, Pope John Paul gave us a remarkable document about social things that set out the principles for the world and gave us a clear indication that both liberal capitalism and Marxism are in error. Neither of them expresses social justice. In 1991, Centesimus Annus, John Paul issued a document celebrating 100 years of Catholic social teaching, which reaffirmed all the teachings of the previous 100 years. Again, showed us the failure of socialist and market economies to do justice, and re-emphasized we need a society of free work, enterprise, and participation for all. In 2015, Pope Francis gave us the most highly researched of all documents, all papal documents, Laudato Si, praise you, Lord. It followed up on the teachings of John Paul II and Benedict XV regarding the environment. And this concludes this very quick walk through some of the more important documents that have become part of the history, the recent history of Catholic social justice.